It's a real pleasure to be here, Vanessa. I saw what a fantastic job that you did in the last event in Monaco, and the pictures and the media that came out of that with icons of mine, heroes like Nick Spanos and Brock Pierce and everything else. So I'm glad to be here.
Well, you're growing into quite an icon yourself, Bruce, and
Thank
I
you.
Understand it would be wonderful if you could share with our audience who you are and the different components that you oversee.
Sure. So I'm an early Bitcoiner. I tell the story all the time. Of course, one of my younger brothers was telling me about Bitcoins for like 6 months, and the Bitcoins were like, 50 cents or something ridiculous like this, And when I went back to it, it was like $50. And I said, wow, this is really something special. So been in for a long time, started my own blockchain, which is still a mineable blockchain to this day, about 8 years ago now, under the GlobalBoost umbrella. That has, of course, turned into a global consulting agency. We consult early stage technology startups. One of them is EVAI. EVAI is one of the big sponsors here. We are working with the different people throughout the government and the leaders here to license the first crypto fund out of Dubai.
Mm-hmm. And how has your business gone from strength to strength during COVID?
Well, I think for a lot of people in blockchain or in technology, that COVID really wasn't that bad for us. I did extremely well, and it gave us time to, one, be with the family, which is always great, and to have that time to spend with them. But also, I'm always running around. I'm flying to Dubai every few weeks, right? So, to have that that expectation not be there, and to still be able to push the technology and the projects along was nice. Now, as things progressed, it was also advantageous to then start traveling and start moving around, because other people weren't. And so while other people were in lockdown or they were scared or whatever the case may be, I was traveling around, making deals, making the relationships, and making things happen. So for me, it's been great.
And what advice would you give to family offices around the world, but maybe even regional families, about the space that you represent and the safety and security that it's providing?
So it's a great question. I often say that crypto, Bitcoin and other altcoins, has gone from retail investor straight to the institutional investor. And it kind of, in a way, it left the family offices behind, many of the family offices behind. It's actually one of the advantageous things about EVAI, the company that I am representing here, because they are, with the fund, investing in different cryptos. And I think that's something that is attractive for a family office, because to put a lot of allocation behind one coin is obviously a risky business. There's thousands and thousands of coins. But to do something like that, where you're distributed, is, I think, a good situation. And so it's one of the reasons why I've focused on the family offices. Obviously, have a great connection with Sir Anthony Ritossa and yourself at this point. And that to bring the family offices in a trusted way, bring the people that I have in my network, that are trusted people, that are respected people, together to put together a brand that is not only investable in, but is also producing.
And you're a veteran in your space also, so I think you can really provide that level of trust and safety and security to especially regional families who are maybe new in the space.
Yes.
Will you be coming to the conference also as an educator? Absolutely.
We start off actually with a fireside chat with my friend, the Archduke, Sander Habsburg, talking about how to protect your assets, how to protect your family wealth from generation to generation. And it's something that's very important for everybody at your conferences. And he has some very interesting points of view. We sat down today and went back and forth, and a lot of history there. So I am definitely here to talk about how to leverage this crazy world that we're in and the certain types of technology that have come up and to profit and to keep the wealth and to protect it. Because let's face it, look at the real estate market in China. It's shaky. I won't call out any other places really, but obviously the real estate, where's this going to go? What's going to happen? Is it going to collapse? I mean, everybody kind of thinks this might collapse. We're printing all this money. I don't know when it will collapse. China actually has been able to prop up their economy forever, it seems like. So it's hard to say. But that monetary revolution, as I call it, that Bitcoin has enabled, where you can't print more of it. It's a finite amount, it's code, it's everything else, is a good way for family offices to hedge against this inflation and this maybe bubble, real estate bubble that we have, that I think all of us would agree we probably have. And that's another thing we're going to talk about, the monetary revolution, and that is, of course, the panel. We have Dr. Marwan Al-Zarouni, who's also a friend of mine. Very important guy here in Dubai. Also Nick Spanos is a friend of mine, and again President Vitt. So some big powerhouses there, but people who have changed the landscape of digital assets and what they mean. To have a digital asset that has gone from, since I've been involved, $50 to $50,000 is really something else. And will it go to 100,000? Yes, probably. Most definitely, I would say. But that's only double. So you have all the other assets that you can, work on and do better at. But yeah, it is a revolution. And so we're going to talk about that. And obviously, I'll be interviewing people as well, which is really one of my favorite ways to get to know people. I really enjoy that. And hopefully bring a lot of value to Sir Anthony Ritossa's event, which I'm very appreciative to be a part of.